Hello everybody. I hope you have watched my previous videos on voltage stability. In this video, I'll be discussing about the graphical method of voltage stability analysis, PV curve method of voltage stability analysis, and QV curve method of voltage stability analysis are the two examples for graphical method of voltage stability analysis. First, let me discuss about PV curve method of voltage stability analysis. What is the use of PV curve method of voltage stability analysis? It is used to determine the voltage stability of a radial system and also a large meshed network. This method is used to determine the maximum loadability limit with which the voltage stability margin or the loading margin or real power margin can be computed. The point to be noted here is voltage stability margin is otherwise called as loading margin, also real power margin. How voltage stability margin or loading margin is defined? It is defined as the distance between the current operating point and the maximum loadability limit. That's why we mention here that this PV curve method of voltage stability analysis is used to determine the voltage stability margin with the help of maximum loadability limit. Now let us see how this PV curve method of voltage stability analysis is obtained, or what is the procedure to obtain this PV curve. As you see from the name, it is to be noted that this curve is plotted between two variables, that is bus voltage versus real power demand. As the power is being increased continuously, the voltage is varied. The curve drawn between these two variables, bus voltage and real power demand, is called PV curve. The PV curve analysis involves using a series of power flow solutions for increasing transfers of megawatt, that is real power, and monitoring what happens to the system voltages as a result. What I mean to say here is PV curve is plotted between voltage as well as real power demand. This data is obtained from the after running the static power flow solutions. What are the observations from the PV curve? Let us study in detail. In the PV curve shown in figure, there are three regions related to real power load. In the first region, up to loadability limit, power flow equation has two solutions for each real power, of which one is stable voltage, another is unstable voltage. If load is increased, two solutions will coalesce and P is maximum. If the load is further increased, power flow equation doesn't have a solution. Voltage corresponding to maximum loading point is called as critical voltage. The distance between the operating point to the maximum loading point is known as loading margin or real power margin or voltage stability margin, as I discussed in the previous slide. This can be illustrated with the help of this graph. It is to be noted here that the distance between the current operating point and this maximum loadability limit or maximum loadability point, it is known as megawatt distance to critical point, that is real power margin, voltage stability margin or loading margin. The region above this line we called as stable, whereas the solutions correspond to below this line is called unstable. What are the drawbacks of PV curve method? First of all, this method is a time-consuming method. This method involves repeated power flow, which consumes a lot of time. This limits its application for online, as well as it has convergence problem. Once the maximum loadable limit is reached or critical loading point is reached, it faces the problem of convergence beyond which the solution is not converged. That is called as ill conditioning. As well as these methods don't give useful information about the cause of voltage stability. However, this method of voltage stability analysis is more accurate. In this graph, we can see that as the power factor increases, the loading margin or voltage stability margin or real power margin or the maximum loader limit is enhanced. Hence, we can say that at more power factors, the maximum power and the critical voltage is higher. Now, we will move on to the next topic, that is QV curve method of voltage stability analysis. Let us discuss what are the uses of QV curve method of voltage stability analysis. The VQ curve method, otherwise called QV curve method, is one of the most popular ways to investigate voltage instability problems in power systems during the post-transient period. With the help of this QV curve method of voltage stability analysis, one can compute reactive power margin. You should note down the difference. The PV curve method helps us to determine the real power margin, whereas this QV curve method of voltage stability analysis helps us to determine the reactive power margin. It shows the reactive power injection or absorption for various scheduled voltages. QV curves are a more general method of assessing voltage stability. Many utilities uses QV curves to determine proximity to voltage collapse. When I say proximity to voltage collapse, it's nothing but a measure of distance to instability point. Or in other words, we can say that how far the system is secure. QV curves can be used to check whether the voltage stability of a system can be maintained or not, and to take suitable control actions. These are all the various uses of QV curve method of voltage stability analysis. Now let us discuss what is the procedure for plotting QV curve. The power flow program is run for a range of specified voltages with the test bus treated as the generator bus. Reactive power at the bus is noted from the power flow solutions and plotted against the specified voltage. A typical VQ curve is shown in figure. This is the procedure for plotting QV curve. What are the observations which we make from QV curve method of voltage stability analysis or from the corresponding graph? Voltage security of a bus is closely related to the available reactive power reserve. The reactive power margin is defined as the MVR, megavolt ampere reactive distance between the operating point and the nose point of the, otherwise the minimum point, lowest point of the VQ curve. Stiffness of the bus. When I say stiffness of the bus, it refers to the strength of the bus, or weak bus can be identified with the help of this graph. Let me repeat once again. The stiffness of the bus can be qualitatively evaluated from the slope of the right portion of the VQ curve. The greater the slope is, the less stiff is the bus, and therefore the more vulnerable to voltage collapse it is. Weak buses in the system can be determined from the slope of VQ curve. These are all the important points which are to be noted as far as QV curve method of voltage stability analysis is concerned. Thank you.